You led with something and you built that relationship off of something that wasn't really there. It was built off of sex. It was built off of looks. It was built off of lust. It was built off of good head. It was built off of desire. It was built off of the fact that you bust her down, didn't wear a condom, and now you had a kid by her. And so you spend enough time with her. You start to like her as a person, and then you married her, not even understanding that she was never a wife to begin with. You got pressured. You fell into the trap. Women are trappers. Men are hunters. We both looking for something, but often at times, women are the ones that set the trap. They're not out there with the gun. They setting traps, you falling right into it, even though you can see it right there in front of your face. We told you that the trap was there. We warned you. We begged you, at least if you're going to jump into the trap, that make sure that you protect yourself with a rubber, and you neglected to do so. And so now you find yourself practically married to a woman, not even understanding that you're going to be tied to her to the rest of your life, for the rest of your life, or for the entire existence of that child, because you're never going to be able to divide yourself against the child unless you're just a deadbeat father and not have any interaction with the mother. It's just a fact. But let's get back over to the hoes, right? Wives want to be hoes and hoes want to be wives. It's the same thing when it comes to relationships, and you see people that want to be single, right? All of the single people want to be married and all of the married people want to be single. Why is that? Why is the grass always greener on the other side? Huh? Why do hoes feel as though they can step outside of their purpose and become a wife? Why do we think that we can turn a hoe into a housewife? Not even realizing that every single person that's ever been inside of her has rearranged her thought process, rearranged her insides, rearranged everything about her. And now you want to somehow take this chick and then rearrange what it is that she thinks, and she finessing you because you just a come up, you an opportunity, and then you want to make a hoe a housewife. Now, conversely, the housewife is so jealous for the attention that the hoes is getting, not even understanding that all of the attention that the hoes is getting is negative, but the only thing that they can pay attention to is the fact that she's getting attention. They're not paying attention to what type of attention that she's getting. The only thing that they're focused on is the fact that she's getting attention. She's getting looks. Guys want to date her. And then this is where the dating scene and all of the marriage conversation gets convoluted. All relationships get convoluted because you'll hear a woman say things like, well, I can get a man. There's plenty of men checking for me. I date these type of guys, these type of high value men, these men with money, these rich guys all the time. It's a reason why you can't actually get one of them to marry you, because the way that you look at them and your availability to them, I'm going to read Super Chat shortly. The way that you look at them and their availability to you does not mean that they view you the same way that you view yourself. So if you a hoe and you thinking, oh, okay, well, all of these guys is checking for me and I can get one anytime I want and they always dating me. No, they just on you. And they paying you to leave. They're not paying you to stay. They're paying you to leave you a moment. You but a blip on the radar. And then the wife, the one that's supposed to be the wife, she can't see it. Because all she sees is the fact that you getting attention, you get to go out, you get to get on, they get to come in your mouth, and then you swallow the whole load, and she think that's fun. She don't know the trauma that come along with what it is that you got going on. She don't know that when they get done on you, the hoe, that is, that in the millisecond that they got post-nut clarity, that they trying to figure out how to get you up out of there. I'm telling you all facts. All facts. No cap. All facts, no cap. Ask any guy in the chat if post-nut clarity is real. If the very chick that whatever it is that you did to get her inside of your bed, some of y'all be simping and you be telling her what she want to hear. Some of y'all be paying for them and you leading with your money. Others of y'all have just kept her on the roster and you hit her up when the dude that was sent before dropped her off at the crib in order to go and bust her down. And the very millisecond, and when I say millisecond, I'm not saying 5 seconds after. I'm talking about as soon as the very millisecond, he is literally taking a limitless pill and trying to figure out every single equation, and he working it out just like the movie in order to figure out how you can get out of there. Think about it. Ladies, for the hoes that's watching this right now, let me ask you a question. Have a guy ever said this to you? Oh man, it's getting late. I got to get up out of here. Or, man, I got a meeting real quick. Some guys that's really good, that's smart about it, he'll lead with it before he even do something with you so that he can say to you, hey, man, listen, I ain't got time for this. Man, I got a meeting. I got somewhere to go. And then you be like, oh, just come on, let's get it in. Then you want to lay up with him after he done, and he already done set the trap to get you up out of there because he done already been through it before. And so when he say, oh, man, I got a meeting, or oh, dog, my dog, I got to go pick up my mom, or I got something to do, or whatever, so on and so forth. He already setting the stage to be able to get you up out of there the minute that he got his nut off because he already know what this is. He already know what it is. So he trying to figure out how to get you up out of there. He's not paying you to stay. He's paying you to leave. That's where y'all don't understand it. Y'all think that a dude that's giving you some money or a dude that's treating you well is actually trying to treat you well. He's just trying to pay for his services so he can get you up out of there. Right or wrong, I'm just giving you the game. Look, they don't even want me to tell you the game. I got to give them the game. I got to help them to understand what they're getting themselves into because y'all up the game by having it convoluted. And I'm so tired of seeing y'all lose. I'm so tired of seeing y'all lose because y'all don't understand how this thing go. Just because he dating you, just because he on you, don't mean that he love you and don't mean that he gonna marry. Even if he tell you that he love you, it doesn't mean that he loves you and he's gonna marry you. So for the hoes, don't have any false expectations. You know what this is. You've seen this story play out before. You know exactly how it's going to go. Don't get on here getting on these stupid hoes, these single baby mama panels and complaining about men and thinking that these hoes are speaking on your behalf. Nah, you the female version of an incel. That's all you are. You a jump off. You a moment. You a blip on the radar. It is what it is. I know you feeling some type of way. I know you're going to hit a dislike for the YouTube algorithm. I'm with that. I'm okay with it. But when you wake up in the morning and I'm still in your head and I told you this thing, just understand that I was telling you the truth. I told you because I loved you and I want you to actually play your role instead of thinking that you're something that you're not. God forgives. That guy that kicked you out, he don't. God forgives. That guy that kicked you out, he don't. It's just the facts. Now, for my wives, stop trying to be a hoe. You ain't raised like that. You ain't built like that. You gonna get turned out. The wives that was supposed to be a wife, but that really admire the hoes is the ones that become prostitutes. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me because you ain't prepared for that. You ain't built like that. You was never supposed to be in a space to where you operating like a hoe because you don't have the wherewithal. You don't have the mental capacity. You don't really understand what it takes to be a hoe.